but we're really, really excited to bring to you the stand mixer that just came out 5 days ago. So we're very, very eager to keep on using it. We're still learning it. It's very fun. And what we have in store for you guys today is just a real special treat. And again, just want to thank all of the directors and consultants that are on here that are going to be presenting as well. Everybody's got a little something to share. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to view.
And Anna, you're going to record, right?
It is recording.
Awesome.
It is recording. Yeah, it is recording right now. All right, so let's see if I can.
I'm not letting see.
Whoops, wrong way. Let's see. Hang on, I'm trying to get you guys where you can see. Whoop, what I'm
And
doing.
if everyone could go ahead and push mute, that'd be great. That way we can hear her.
Yeah, and if you guys have anything to say, as far as like if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please put it in the chat for now. And then at the very end, we'll definitely go through all of it for you. Let's see. We'll definitely go through it for you and answer any questions and stuff that you have. So one of the things that we're going to be showing you with the stand mixer today are just a whole lot of different things that the stand mixer can do. One of the stand mixer is definitely very revolutionary. It's state of the art. It's got a lot of bells and whistles to it. I have a big stand mixer. One of the things I will tell you that I'm most excited about is that it is 10 pounds lighter. So this one is 17 pounds. It's got an easy place to hold it there. And even with the bowl and the liquid in it, it's very easy to pick up. And so that, whereas my other one is 27.5 pounds. So just to kind of give you guys a little comparison of the one that I have versus this one. Get you guys shifted. It'll definitely make the best cook out of anybody. And it stops you from turning things like whipped cream into butter, which I'm that ADD squirrel in the kitchen that forgets and walks away. And either maybe that's why my bread has never, ever, ever turned out, is because I overknead it. I don't know. But what I've already got started in here, and it hasn't quite set, needs about another couple of minutes, but I'll just kind of lean it forward and show you guys. So I have the yeast and the water and the sugar that is already proofing in here. Maybe if I open this to get a little bit better. This does come with 3 different pieces, accessories that come with it. There's the dough hook. There's a little scraper one that we're going to be seeing a little bit later. And then the last one is for things like for whipping. So you've got all of these different pieces. And one other, God, I just keep shifting you guys all over the place here. Here we go. One of the other things I want to show you is there's going to be more to come because this top front comes off. There's a little gear right there. Do you see that? We know that there's going to be more to come because, you know, Pampered Chef can't just stop at one thing. So the first thing I'm going to get started with is the bread. The good thing is I know that this might take a little bit longer than regular, but I already have the bread done. I did a batch earlier so that you guys can see. So I just wanted to show you how beautiful this kneads the bread, because that's, to me, one of the biggest things about it that makes it so much easier. If you have background noise, if you do mind muting yourself. Okay, I think I found it. All right, so like I said, we already have the yeast that's been bubbling up in here, and it is getting nice and foamy. So now we're going to add the rest of our liquid. So we have our butter, our melted butter. And what you're going to see is sugar, our evaporated milk, and then this is the piece that I love, is it has a 1-piece guard to it. Get my nail hook on there. A 1-piece guard. This whole thing is just one solid piece, and it fits on here amazing. So you'll put this on, and then you're good to go, ready to start putting the flour in. So here comes the magic. Let's turn this guy around. Okay, so you have a whip a cream, a mix, a beat, and a knead set. Each one of these is already pre-programmed, and with the pre-program, it's pretty much your average of whenever one of those things needs to be done. So if I'm going to put this on knead, which is where we want it to be, I can press the one, it tells me what tool I need to use with it, and it automatically defaults to 8 minutes. Now, if I needed to change that and do less time or more time, then you can totally do that there. I'm going to leave it on the 8 minutes because that is what this recipe takes. There's also a custom setting, which I think somebody else is going to be talking about in a few minutes. Now, I already have the flour divided up into two batches. So I'm going to go ahead and start this and get it going. And then I'll show you the feature with the kneading hook, I think is what you call it, and how well it's mixing in these 3 cups. So this whole recipe takes in 6.5 cups. But you put the first 3 in there. So let me bring you guys forward so y'all can see. It is going to go ahead and totally take care of all of that flour. And I'm telling you what, I have never been successful at making bread until I got this mixer. And now I'm kind of addicted to this bread. So once that's kind of mixed in, we're going to add the rest of it. The blade, the guard here. Again, from comparing to others, the thing that I can tell you guys about this one is it's one piece. And so I don't have flour getting up underneath it. I still make a mess and get flour all over this beautiful piece, but I'm not getting flour up underneath it, which makes it a lot easier for me to clean. And it kind of does its own job. So now once that's mixed in, I'm just going to spoon in the rest of our flour, which is another 3.5 cups. And it's going to literally sit here and knead the whole thing. Now, we may need to jump over to somebody else because we want to make sure that we're staying on time. Oh, there it goes. I did it. See, it automatically increases in speed, and that's the cool thing because it I don't have to worry about doing it. I'm kind of like that one that drives a standard car that's kind of goes, it kind of rings it all the way up to the highest speed. This kind of takes care of slowing me down because I'm gonna slow it down. So this takes care of it. This is going to slowly increase it, and I actually think 2 is the highest that the knead setting increases to. Some of the other ones increase more. So let's get the rest of this flour in, and then you guys will be able to see how it really starts to get everything off the walls when it's kneading. I'm kind of cooking, guys, right here. Don't. There we go. All right, so let me pull you guys. I'm going to take this off so that you guys can see it a little bit better. And I want you to see how it's picking up all the flour, but it's doing it for me. I am not going to have to stop and scrape the sides down with this. So this is like my 4th loaf that I've done, and not a single time that I had to stop and scrape the sides down, not on this piece or not on the other beater. And again, you'll hear somebody else talking about that in a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and go on. Hang on, let me get back over here to my computer.
Was at 500.
Are you emptying them?
Yeah.
Let's see. We need to, if you're not muted, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, that
Metal was 5.
Miss George was 1,700.
See if I can find it.
And what about Miss Hilburn?
Oh, I have liters.
Okay.
Hang
I'm
on.
just as soon as I'm done with this.
I'm trying to find where the. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next person, which, you know what? I lost my schedule. All right, help me out, team.
It's me. It's Darlene.
Darlene, all right. So
It's me.
Darlene is gonna come on to us next. So let's spotlight her. And when this is all done, I'll show you guys what this looks like. All right, Darlene, take it away.
Okay, I wanted to share with you, I'm Darlene, I'm from Michigan, and I wanted to share with you why I'm so excited about this is because my favorite recipe is my birthday cake every year, and I do an angel food cake, and I have a strawberry whipped topping, and this is a recipe that my mom got from a lady who was 90 years old when she was in the hospital when I was like 10. So every year, this is my birthday cake. And what I like about this mixer, well, when I made the frosting topping before, I would use my hand mixer and it would take 8 to 10 minutes and you get really tired of holding it to get it all whipped up. And so I called my mom last week and I said, how long, Mom, is the recipe supposed to be? She goes, I said, is it 8 minutes? And she said, no, I'm sure it's longer than that. And I go, okay, we're going to test it. So I tested it and I did 6 minutes and it was really, really stiff. So today I tried it in 9 minutes. And what I like about this is you can set it and let it go. For my recipe, you use 1 cup of strawberries, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg white. That is all the ingredients. And I've already got some made here, but I wanted to show this to you. You set it on the whip. And I'm going to set it for 5, push it in to set the time for 5 minutes. And you push the go button and you let it go. And it's whipping. Starts out slow, just as Anna showed you on hers. And you can hear it go faster. But I've already done this. So I want to show you what it's done. I'm not going to take my full 5 minutes, you guys. So you turn it up here. I've used the whip thing. And because it's been sitting, I got to get my little... See, anybody can do this, right? Whip topping. And you can see how it's like almost a meringue. And you can just take a dollop of it and put it on your angel food cake. And that is my birthday cake a month early. So anyway, love this recipe. Love it that I don't have to sit here and hold it for 10 minutes. It only took me half the time to make it, 5 minutes. And it's ready to go. And I'm a little early, so if you want to go to the next person, we have Liz doing jalapeno cream cheese dip. So if Liz is ready. I can eat
That
this.
looks so good. That whipped topping looks
Yes.
delicious. I can't wait to try that.
So I'm ready here.
How is it? Two
Just
thumbs
like
up.
cooking shows. It's very close. Thank you for letting me share.
All right, guys. So I'm Liz Hardawin, and I am from North Texas. And I'm going to show you guys the jalapeno cream cheese dip. I'm going to be using the beat feature on the mixer. And I'm using this beater with the silicone edge. So what it does is it's actually going to scrape the bowl while it's mixing. So I've got all my ingredients in here. Got cream cheese, diced green chilies, and I'm trying to do this backwards. Diced green chilies, cream cheese, sour cream, and then green chilies, a little bit of salt, and it called for fried jalapenos, but it did say if you couldn't find those that you could use crispy fried onions. So that's actually what I'm using. And I just put a little bit in there and then I will top the mixture once it's done. So I'm just going to put my attachment on here. Whoops. I had it already, but I wanted to show you guys. And then like Anna said, there is a handle back here, but there's also like a little release button. So it's going to lock it in place so that it does not pop open. And we're just going to go to the beet. So what makes beet special is it is going to fully combine your ingredients, and it's the things that need just a little bit of extra work to get them mixed. So I'm just going to put it on beet. It's on 2 minutes, and I'm going to push the button to start. And what's cool, don't know if you can, whoops, I pulled too hard. I unplugged my mixer. It tells you what attachment that you need. So if you're like me and you have no idea what you're doing, I'm not a baker. This tells me exactly what I need to do. But beating just takes the ingredients that need a little bit of extra work and really fully combines those ingredients together. And you're going to get like a fluffy, smooth texture. Now, do you hear it? And it's going a little bit faster. It's really working those ingredients. It's also adding air to it because it's a mixture between mixing and whipping. And it's a little bit higher, like a medium-high setting. And it's a great way to do like meal mixing and baking. It's going to give you that air. So this only takes about 2 minutes to mix. once it's done, I'm gonna put it in our insulated serving bowl. I love these. They keep your food cold or hot. This is the 1 quart. We have a 2.5 quart and a 4 quart, but this will fit perfectly in here.
Lena, pay attention to your game.
Sorry, can you not hear me? I'm gonna push go.
No, we can hear you fine.
We can
Oh,
hear
okay,
you
I heard
fine. It was
somebody-
somebody interrupting.
Okay, sorry guys. So it worked its way up from a level 1 to a level 5, and we are already more than halfway through. And this dip is really good, like on pita chips, tortilla chips, vegetables. I'm gonna use it with cauliflower and carrot sticks, but it's a really great dip for just about any reason. We're not having a get together, so my family's gonna enjoy it just as is, but I really like how we've already kind of shared that this really takes the guesswork out of cooking. I'm a recipe follower. I mean, I can cook, but I need a recipe. And when you give me an electronic, I better have some instructions because I don't know what I'm doing. But I love this because I just push a button and it takes care of it for me. So I kind of felt what Anna was saying about bread. Every time I make bread, I don't know, either I overknead it or something like she said, because it just isn't great. All right, so it's all done. I'm going to show you guys. That's what it's looking like in there. And we are just going to scrape it out and put it right into our insulated serving bowl. So I'm not 100% sure who's next, but that was all for this. And again,
Mary.
that was the beat.
Mary's next.
Yay, Mary.
All right, you're on, Mary.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Okay, hi guys, I'm Mary Lusto and I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I am so excited to show y'all one of those tried and true recipes that is never going to go out of style. Cheddar sausage balls. We're doing a little twist with this because if you're familiar with this recipe at all, then you know that it used to always be done with Bisquick baking mix. But enter Red Lobster, and this is like, you know, the most sinful biscuit mix you'll ever try. So we're using the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay mix in place of the Bisquick that's normally in this recipe. So we're going to throw it all in the mixer. I'm using the dough hook, but we're not really kneading this. This isn't it's not a, you know, a bread like Anna's making. So we really just want to mix our ingredients together. But the dough hook is going to work really well because the mixture is really thick. But I'm going to use the custom setting because again, we're not trying to knead it, but the custom setting is going to just incorporate all my ingredients together really well. And I don't need, you know, anything that's going to be graduating up in speed. It's just going to be one speed, and it's going to take probably about 2 minutes, if that, to mix it all together. So our ingredients are a roll of Jimmy Dean hot sausage, and you put that in here raw because we're not baking these till everything is mixed together. So we just want to get all our sausage in here. So this is a dump and go recipe. I love those kind of recipes. We have a block of cream cheese. So that's 8 ounces of cream cheese. 1.25 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. So we got that already shredded ahead of time. And then we're going to use the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix and the little seasoning packet that comes in this mix. If you've never bought this before, they sell it pretty much everywhere. I got it at Walmart, but it comes with this little seasoning packet. So I'm going to use our little clip and slice, which is a brand new item. Love it, to get my seasoning mix in here. And then I'm going to slice open my bag of Cheddar Bay biscuit mix and just dump all this in here. I'm going to use that release lever to get it set. And then, like I said, we're using the custom setting. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on number 2. And we're just going to see how long it's actually going to take. It may not even take a minute. So a couple of things that I've noticed that I really love about this mixer, and Anna mentioned one of them, the weight. That was like a game changer for me. I have another brand name mixer, the one that weighs 27.5 pounds. And it was very hard for me to use it and to move it from one place to another. I actually store it up here in this cabinet usually. And me to get it out of that cabinet, my husband had to come help me because I couldn't lift above my head that weight. So I noticed right away how evenly the weight is distributed on this and how easy it was to move. This is almost done. I'm looking at it right now and it's getting everything mixed in really well. The other thing that I love about it is, especially when you're using this beater, this scraping edge is magic. Again, my other mixer, things wouldn't get incorporated fully, but this actually gets every single grain of flour, every ingredient mixed in really, really well. And then on the whisk for your whipped cream, I noticed that this one doesn't oxidize like my other one did. So my hands aren't getting black. So those are just a couple of things just in the little bit of time I've had it. Okay, I think this is pretty much done. So I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to show y'all. So once this is mixed together, I'm just going to scrape it all kind of into a ball here. And we're going to use a stainless steel scoop. So there's my mixture of my sausage, my cream cheese, biscuit mix, and what am I forgetting? The cheddar cheese. So I'm using the medium stainless steel scoop, and we're going to make balls out of this. And a little trick with these is you can actually make these ahead of time just to this point, put them on a foil lined cookie sheet like that, freeze them just like this, uncooked, and then you can bake them from the frozen state. So that's what I'm going to do with these. And then once they're frozen on that sheet, I'm just going to pop them into a Ziploc bag so they don't take up as much room in my freezer. And then they're ready to go. They only take about 10 or 15 minutes to bake. If you're baking them from frozen, you want to add a few extra minutes, but it's something that you can have in your freezer ready to go at all times. And I don't think anybody else has mentioned this, but all these pieces are dishwasher safe. So that's a great feature as well of the mixer. So love, love, love it. I can't remember who's next either. So
Mindy.
It's me. It's me. Yay. Thank you, Mary. That looks delicious. I'm over here drooling. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but yeah, I heard someone ask, or actually I read it. But yes, you will get the recipes for all of this when it's over. Your consultant will send them to you. So you don't have to sit there and try to take notes as fast as you can. Just sit back, enjoy, get the PJs ready on your body, and just watch what we're doing here, guys. I'm going to make meatloaf. Oh, by the way, I'm Mindy Keys, and I am coming to you from Crum, Texas. I've got my husband, my sous chef, hidden over here out of sight, but he's so cute. He could be in here. All right. I love this thing. I've already used it several times, and I like to bake, but also prefer to make more savory things. So I love that this comes with so many savory recipes. When you order the cookbook, actually there's a cookbook that comes with it, and then there's a $2 cookbook, the Season's Best cookbook. And I use my little chip clips to hold my recipes on my little stand. So the little chip clips that the slicer chips clips, whatever you call them, that Mary was talking about, I love those things. All right, it'll tell you when it's open, so you don't forget to close this guy down. So before I close them down, I'm going to make my meatloaf. And so I am using, and you can use pork, turkey, beef, whatever you want. I'm using 1 pound of beef and 1 pound of hamburger meat. 1 pound of hamburger meat and 1 pound of pork. Can't talk. I can cook, but I can't talk. Okay. So that's in there. And now I'm going to add my onion. And it just calls for 1 medium onion. If you don't like onion, you can use onion powder. That's completely optional. And I just chopped it up, of course, with my food chopper. Everybody needs this. If you don't have that, you need that. And then we're going to add our milk. We're going to add our breadcrumbs. It's so sad that meatloaf has a bad rep, you know, like I told my kids I'm making meatloaf for dinner, and they were like, gag. Here's my Worcestershire, whatever, I can't say that either. But I heard that sometimes people call meatloaf meat cake. That's disgusting. I don't know if I like that name. There's my ketchup. I'm not sure if anybody else has a different name for it to maybe get their kids to eat it, but it's delicious. It's just that it has a bad reputation, People say meatloaf and they're like, gross. I hear meatloaf and I'm like, yes, I would love to have that, especially my mama's meatloaf. All right, and this is very similar to her recipe. We have 2 eggs. And I'm using that mix attachment, the one that scrapes down the sides. Love that. I don't have to have my scraper there. It's going to do it for me. All right, I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of pepper and 2 teaspoons of salt. You can do less if you need to. That's totally fine. And I saved a little bit of ketchup to glaze the top. All right, see, so that tells me it's open, so you can't do anything, Mindy. Speaking to me. Okay, so we've got the custom, we've got the whip, we've got the nene, we've got the mix, which is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to press it 1 time. I'm not sure if y'all can even see this. This is just sad. Okay, and then I'm going to press it 1 time, and then I'm going to go down to 45 seconds. So the mix setting, 45 seconds. Another feature I do love about this thing, besides everything that's been mentioned so far, besides the dishwashing, all those things, and how light it is. Hold on, let me push start. Is that it's pretty quiet. I mean, the one I have, which I will never part with, because my precious husband gave it to me on my wedding day. But I do like that this one's a lot more quiet. And it's okay to have multiple mixers. Here's my philosophy. Do any of y'all put more than 1 Christmas tree in your house at Christmas time? I have like 3 or 4. It's really ridiculous, but I love it. So it's okay to have multiples of things. And you can save some of those things and pass them down to your children too. But this one is by far my favorite. My husband even agrees. It's our favorite now. Now this is going to mix for 45 seconds. I don't have to scrape it. I could leave and go to the bathroom if I wanted to. It's doing its thing. I love it. So there's a variety of ways that you can cook your meatloaf, meat cake, whatever you want to call it. You could use our mini loaf pan, spray it and use that. If you wanted to make like minis, you could use your mini fluted pan. I've seen people make really cute ones and then put their mashed potatoes in the middle of it. Adorable. And then, or you can use a sheet pan, anything, but I'm going to use my stone loaf pan. I just love the way it cooks in there. And oh my gosh, this smells good. It smells good. I'm going to put it in my little stone pan. It just falls right out too. Look at that. Good. That's gracious. It just fell right on in there. So I'm just going to spread it out just a little bit. By the way, I did spray my loaf pan. I'm going to spread some lovely ketchup. You can use spicy ketchup from Whataburger. Who in here knows what Whataburger is? Love their spicy ketchup. That just fell in there. I'm going to have to clean that. And then, here, baby. Love that giant bowl. Now I'm just going to spread some of this ketchup over the top. I like the way it glazes as it cooks. We're going to put this in a 400-degree oven for 45. We're going to watch it, 45 to 50 minutes, 55, whatever. I'm just going to watch it. And you know how I'm going to serve this, guys? I'm going to do a little bit different. A lot of people do it with mashed potatoes, which is delicious. But we're actually going to cut it into slices, just like bread. And then I'm toasting some hamburger buns. And we're going to have it sandwich styles. So it's kind of like, I'm going to lie to my kids and tell them after it's all done, I'm going to say, yeah, we're having hamburgers. And then they're going to come in here and eat it, and they're not going to go gag. So anyway, that's a good way to trick your family. Just slice it. What size bowl is this? Oh, the big bowl. She's want to know what size the big bowl is. I think it was 5 point. I don't remember what it is. I'll have to look it up. I don't want to lie to you. Anyway, thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Next, we have Sylvia making mashed potatoes.
Awesome. All right, Miss Sylvia.
Here we go. Mindy's a hard act to follow, but I'm just going to repeat what most of the ladies ahead of me already did. But I'm Sylvia Ramos, and I'm making the roasted garlic mashed potatoes. And this recipe is in the book that comes with the mixer stand. So this recipe calls for the scraper beater. So it's really easy to attach. It fits in like a puzzle. There's a groove. You just put the groove in there and then just turn it and it locks in place. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is close the head, turn it on, and I'm going to be using the beat. Well, I think I'm going to use the beat. Come on. Okie doke. So I'm using beat, and it shows me which somebody help me here, attachment to use, and it shows the beet scraper. Okay, so it shows me the time. It's going to take 2 minutes, and right now it's going to start at speed 1, and all we're going to do is just press it, and it's going to start. Right? You're going to start. There it goes. It's going to start slow, and then it'll pick up the speed. The garlic, this recipe called for, I believe 3 pounds of potatoes, 6 roasted garlic cloves, a quarter cup of heavy whipping cream, a half a cup of slatted butter, some salt and pepper, and that's it. And it's gonna do its job here. Let me see if I can move it. It's doing. Okay, so we're almost done. We're at 3 seconds. You saw I walked away. I'm not doing anything to help it along. No, we're at 23 seconds. I'm sorry. There's no time here. Anybody have any questions?
No, you're doing a great job, Sylvia. While we're waiting for that to finish beating, I'm going to jump ahead real quick, and I just want to show you guys the dough.
We're done.
Oh, it's done. Oh, okay. Then we're going to let you keep going.
Okay, so here I'm gonna pick it up. See the fluffy potatoes? And this spring locks. And if you don't want them to fall like that, you can unhook the attachment and eat off of here. But there are my fluffy, delicious garlic mashed potatoes. I did a practice run earlier, so I know these are good.
And I love that because you didn't overbeat them.
No, it was just 2 minutes. It would have taken me longer to mash them myself by hand. So I really have never used a mixer stand before, and I think I love this one. So I'm looking forward to trying some other recipes.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Okay, I'm going to jump. Go ahead.
Wait.
Yeah.
The recipe called for time. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I didn't have the time. Get it? All right. See ya.
All right. So now I'm going to jump in and show you guys the dough really quick so that I can get it in the oven and start, allow it to start rising. So let me just kind of jump over here real quick and show you. Okay. So the dough comes off just like that. It's clean. It's easy.
did have to add a little bit.
You're
more.
on your computer instead of your phone.
Oh, am I? Oh, hang on a minute. Wrong one. Hold on. Gotta find me. All right, there we go. Okay, so one more time. Want to show you guys the dough that finished up here in my mixer. I did have to add a little bit more flour to it, which it's definitely a little humid here, so I think that's why. I buttered up one of the stainless steel bowls, and I'm going to need to use this bowl again. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the dough in here, let it start rising. And like I said, I made the bread already, so I will show you guys the finished bread. But we're going to go on to our next person, which is Tiffany. So Tiffany, take it away. I gotta find you, Tiffany. Oh, there you are.
Okay. Hello, I'm Tiffany Latta. I live in Lano, Texas, and I'm making a pie, actually the meringue for the pie. I haven't had the chance to make the filling yet. But in here I have 3 eggs, 3 egg whites, and I have the what I call the whisk attachment on there. So we are going to, I'm going to whip it, see how that does. Start it out. Here's my attachment to add my sugar in a minute. We can reduce the total amount of debt by almost half, saving thousands. Other decades will be in debt to as little as 24 to 36 months, and reduce your stress too. It's easy to get started. Just scan this QR code to see how credit associates reduce your debt. I've been working at concession stand all weekend for the rodeo arena, and I've made 6 batches of cookies. There's like 5 batches of brownies with this, and it was amazing. I love the paddle how it will scrape off the side. So I'm actually going to increase the bread. Yeah, 5 is quite. I don't think a 5 is quite fast enough. Let's see. I'm going to do custom. Let's turn this guy up. Okay. And your mixture will fit on if you have an in cabinet stand mixer, or outer thing. I don't know what you call them. It will fit on here. Great. Now that's okay. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar once it gets fluffy, and a splash of vanilla. It will, if you do the custom setting and you're not using one that's has a timer on it, like a time, a lot of times it will count up for you. So like we've been mixing for 1 minute now. So I kind of need to watch. I don't see it. But the porch is really nice. I used that a lot this weekend.
So Tiffany, what kind of problems does this solve for you, like compared to your other mixer?
Do what?
What kind of problems does this solve for you compared to your other mixer?
I was able to do other stuff and not have to sit there and scrape the side of the bowl whenever I was making the cookies and the brownies. That was awesome because the paddle has the nice. My other one didn't come with this. I think you could buy it separately, but I never did. So this was nice. And also, I don't know what kind of material this is, but it does not tip off and show metal underneath. Looks really nice. Dishwasher safe. I'm gonna go ahead and add my sugar. That's vanilla. Yeah, we should look at it a little longer, but it's only been mixing for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's almost done. So I will make the rest of the pie and we will enjoy that tonight. Up next is Genevieve, and she's making chicken salad.
All right, so let me find Miss Genevieve here. Hang on just a second, trying to find her. Genevieve, where are you? Wave at me, girl. Oh, there you are, there you are. Okay, I found you. All right, here we come.
Hey guys, I'm Genevieve from Lake Charles, Louisiana, kind of, Iowa. So just coming at you to show you this beautiful thing. And I can definitely say that a stand mixer is something that is used by far the most out of all of my appliances in the kitchen, because I make tons and tons of cheesecakes and lots of other things daily. So whenever I heard Pampered Chef was coming out with this, I got super, super, super excited, and it's amazing, like literally amazing. So many things about this just make baking so much easier. Like Mary and Anna both said, and somebody else may have said, it's so much lighter than the other ones. Like literally, you can just move it around. Like I would never do that with my other ones because they're pretty heavy. So that's super great. And there's tons of different things. Like I love the fact that it stops on its own, because I am 100% multitasker and I am normally doing about 17 things at one time. So whenever I start something and it's going in my other stand mixers, sometimes it'll go for like 4 or 6 minutes and I'll come back and turn it off and it'll be really, really mixed up. So with this one, it stops on its own. So that's super great. So I'm going to show you guys how to make chicken salad in it. Super fast, super quick, super delicious. And you can all do it by using our stand mixer. So shredding chicken, if you're not a chicken salad fan, but you like, oh, I like barbecue shredded chicken, you can make that too. So you're going to grab, you can use warm or cold. So I actually cooked the chicken in our multi-cooker. Super easy. You literally can put 2 chicken breasts, 4 chicken breasts, however many you want, into the pot. And I did it before this. So they are hot. And if you don't know about our multi-cooker, you should check it out too, because I cooked these chicken breasts in 15 minutes. They're juicy and delicious. So I'm just going to take the 2 chicken breasts out of here and put them into the mixer. And then let the mixer do the job. Has this awesome little lever, push it down. And then for the chicken, it's going to go on the custom, which is the top one. But there are all of these other amazing things that it does. But we're just going to leave it on the custom, push it once, stays for speed 1, and go. So I'll show you. Oh, what happened? Technical difficulty, it just turned off. But it's not the mixer, guys, it's my outlet. What? Okay, hold on. I have it plugged into an extension cord, and I've never plugged it into an extension cord. So we're just gonna.
That's one of the things the book says, not to.
We're gonna move it. But it's still light, so I can just move it over. We are back in action. Just making sure you guys are on your toes. We're still shredding. So while that shreds, I'm going to show you some super cool things that we're going to add to the chicken salad. Okay. I love grapes in mine. How about you? Do you love grapes? I'm going to use our brand new cup slicer to slice up these grapes. You guys ready? Super fast, so make sure you don't blink. And literally put these grapes right here. Cut them. Where are they going? It's a magic trick. No, it's not. They're going into the cup. Super, super awesome gadget right here. So I'm literally, once the chicken's done shredded, I'm going to dump this into the pot. How cool is that? Love this. I've been using the cup slicer so much. Strawberries, bananas, soft cheeses, all different types of things you can slice up with the cup slicer. Okay, so then I'm going to, I love celery in mine too. So we're gonna chop up some celery with our food chopper. What you guys know? Can you chop up celery that fast? I don't think you can. Unless you have the food chopper. Watch out. This is seriously one of the best things ever. If you guys are big gumbo cookers or even soups and you cut a lot of vegetables and you need them diced like that, food chopper is very fast. Okay, so we have our celery, we have our grapes, we have our mayo that we're going to dump in, and last but not least, we have our eggs. I cooked these in our silicone egg mold in the multi-cooker as well. Check them out. See these eggs right here? I steamed them for 9 minutes. That's all I did. And looky, look. Look how cute they are. Oops. Voila. See them? Just like hard-boiled eggs, but no shells. Witty. So I'm going to add those to it as well. I don't think I need to put all of them. So I'm going to put a couple back in here. All righty. It's all shredded, so show you. Can you see it? What? Look at that. Now that's amazing. Yes, that is. All right, so I'm just gonna add the other things, and that's the chicken salad. Our mixer's super, super sweet, guys. Check it out. Kim is up next.
You're on mute, Kim.
Yeah, I just had to unmute it. I was over here just, I love chicken salad. My husband does not care for it, so I make sure to try to make it when he leaves to go to work. But first of all, do we have any other like not morning people out there? I have tried y'all for a long time, and I'm just not. I've made all kinds of adjustments. I'm just not a morning person. However, this is going to be your best friend if you're not a morning person. I'm making the Greek. I call it the honey whipped yogurt, and in my bowl here, I already have a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And I'm gonna just add, y'all, this is so easy. I just dripped heavy whipping cream on my floor, on my foot. But we're gonna add heavy whipping cream to the bowl. I mean, how can you go wrong? You just got a cup of heavy whipping cream in there, just call it dessert. Then we're gonna sweeten it up with a little bit of honey. I love, love, love all of the different measuring cups we have and how there's something for everything, right? There's like, it's just like, you know, when your husband is working on a vehicle, there's a tool for every job, right? That's why we have so many different measuring cups. People ask me all the time. I'm like, because there's a tool for every job. A little bit of vanilla. I'm almost out. This is straight from Mexico. I love Mexican vanilla. Anybody else out there love a little bit of true Mexican vanilla, and then a little bit of oh, that's not enough. Or that's not. just a little bit of salt, the rest of your shoulder. And we're going to go down. And again, I know we've talked about this, but I love that you can't do anything. I literally can't spin the wheel because it's not down yet. So it's not going to allow my teenager to make a kitchen disaster while I'm not here. So, or me when I'm not paying attention or going squirrel, kind of like Anna said, I am so squirrely. So we're going to go down to the whip setting, and Mindy cracked me up earlier because every time I turn it to whip, I'm like, watch me whip, watch me. So anyways, so we're going to turn on the whip setting, and we're going to set it for the 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And I want you to watch this number here. So you're going to see it climb, and that means it's speed climbing. But what I wanted you to pay attention to is actually at number 2 already. But here we're just kind of on everything, because what's happened is it doesn't start at level 5 because everything would splatter on you. So it starts low, it ramps up higher to speed so it can do the job, right? It's already up to 5, but you're not going to be wearing what you're making. And you don't have to remember and do it each step of the way. You can turn it on, and guess what? I can go make my coffee and come back because breakfast is being made. Because the night before, because again, I'm not a morning person, I'm going to use that cut slicer that Genevieve made. And I'm going to slice like some strawberries and have like a little bowl of toppings, some granola, maybe some nuts, and then have that ready to go. And this is going to be whipping up. My kids are going to be getting up ready for school. I'm going to be getting my things together and really just my coffee. So this is going to be doing the job for me while I'm able to kind of get my bearings and go. This is something that, I mean, I don't know about you, but I love yogurt, but this, y'all, this is like dessert. And I find myself sometimes craving this now at night instead of like an ice cream or something like that. And while I'm in no way going to tell you it's healthy, because you saw what I put in it, added that kind of heavy whipping cream. I will say that you could totally make this if you're trying to do like keto or anything like that. It is keto friendly minus the honey, but most keto people know the sweeteners that are approved for that. So just add the sweetener of your choice and then add some fresh berries. And you have yourself an amazing, amazing keto-friendly dessert, snack, or breakfast. So we have about 1.5 minutes left here, and we're gonna keep going with that. But I wanted to show these buttons down here. We have a button that adds 30 seconds. So it's up to number 7. It's gonna take off soon. I love that I can still talk to you while it's going though, because it's not, right in my ear, and I can still like not feel like I have to scream. But all these settings on here, they have a preset time, but you can customize it. You can add 30 seconds. You can add more than that, but you can go up 30 seconds at a time. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of super convenient button on their microwave that adds 30 seconds. How often do you use that? Yeah, wish your mixer had it. See how it does. So I love the bells and whistles that comes on this one for the price point. The price point with the bells and whistles is amazing. Not to mention getting it as a special offer price. I love the color. I think the color is super neutral. It's easy to keep clean. I find that the outside of this one wipes down really easily. There's not a lot of cracks and crevices for everything to get stuck in. And it just fits nicely in my decor. This bowl is 5 3/4 quart. It's a big bowl, y'all. So it's really nice, and everything just seems, have you noticed tonight how everything just seems to fall out of it? It's so easy to clean. And like Mary said, I love that the tops on this whisk attachment doesn't oxidize in my dishwasher. That's one thing I really did not like about my last one. So we're gonna scoot this back now. It's over, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Y'all, you see that? Oh, it's so good. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to my bowl. Like I said before, I would add like some berries and some granola, stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you like how fluffy it is. It is, let me turn my light down here just a little bit. That way it won't glare so much. And then you could just see how fluffy it is. It's like dessert. It is so good, y'all. You have to make the honey whipped yogurt. And Tiffany, I'm gonna pop it right back over to you so we can see what you're up to.
So the meringue is finished. I've never had meringue turn out like this. This is amazing. These are gonna make some huge peaks. Yeah, that's good. So I'll let it go back to Anna.
So feel free to unmute if you have any questions at all. Or did you guys see any questions there in the chat that needed to be answered? So all of my amazing team members that help me out with this, please feel free to unmute. If there's anything else you guys want to add, anything that I forgot.
Diane had asked, how do they know how long to mix for?
How does who know? Let's see, I'm trying to find the question. How does who know? Like, how does the machine know?
That I'm not sure.
How does the baker know what time to set?
So a lot of the recipes when you follow them, so the way that this is set, from what I understand, the way that the pre-programmed settings on our new mixer is set is that it is your average, your standard of what, typically needs to be mixed, kneaded, whipped, creamed, as well as the incremental speeds, at the certain times. So typically when you have a recipe, for example, like this cookie recipe, it says to mix for 45 seconds. So I would say that there may be a little bit of a learning curve to it, but at the same time, a lot of your recipes will say knead for 5 minutes, or knead for 2 minutes, or mix for so long. So I think that's my best answer. Liz, I feel like you've got something coming on over here. Or are you want to share something?
I was just going to show in the cooking guide, it's going to tell you, like for whip, it tells you kind of all the things that you would use for whip. So it might not be a recipe in here, but like if you were going to make your own meringue, it tells you to use the whip setting. So whatever the time is on the whip, and it just lists everything. So whipping is good for whipped cream, meringue, whipped topping, and whipped cream cheese, egg whites, homemade butter, egg salad, and no churn ice cream. So if you had a recipe for any of those, you could use the whip setting.
I agree with Liz. I think that the book, the cooking guide for me, because I was one of those people who had a stand mixer that didn't use it a ton. I use it for my the handful of things that I was used to using it for. And the guide that comes with this mixer is a great getting started guide. It's a great way to get you super comfortable with it. I've only had maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe a little bit longer. It feels like a couple of weeks, but I've used mine enough now where I'm starting to be like, okay, it's kind of like everything. Like when you start cooking out of a cookbook and then you get comfortable with it and you're like, okay, I can kind of wing this moving forward. And everything, all the presets are there and they're ready for you. And the cookbook, oh my gosh, there's so many recipes. You're going to be super comfortable. Plus, remember, always, the benefit of having your consultant is that you can always lean on us too. So this beauty is going to make it so easy.
All right. Anybody else? Were there any other questions?
Not a question on chicken salad looks. I've made chicken salad so much, but I've never had it this shredded.
Hang on, let me find you.
Amazing.
Hang on, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hold on a second. We have so many people on here, y'all. This is so fun. I'm having to bebop between pages. This is amazing. Okay, go ahead.
So yummy. And it's just whenever I was mixing everything, I was like, wow, I've made it so many times just with shredded, but this is really shredded. Oh, it's delicious.
Oh,
do you ever put cranberries in it?
I put grapes. Oh, yeah, I have put cranberries. Just this one's just eggs, grapes, celery, salt and pepper, mayo, and chicken.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Never mind.
Okay. So a couple of things. Again, remember, make sure that you are letting your consultant know, whoever invited you here, make sure to let them know that you were on here so that you can get the Google Doc with all of the recipes. And even if you are one of the consultants not presenting, we will be getting that Google Doc to you so that you can share it with your customers as well. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this. I hope that it helped answer a lot of questions, as well as kind of built that desire for one of our newest products that we have, or maybe even just taught you with your mixer some additional things that you can try to do. But here's the thing, if it doesn't work on your mixer, get with us, because we got the mixer that'll work.
Hey, Anna,
yes.
you want to tell them how they can get it for free?
Oh, you know what, Mary? I'm going to put you on, and why don't you take over and do that? Hang on just a second.
Okay.
You, gosh, dog it. Hold on. Page 1, page 2. There you are.
Okay, so guys, when you join our team, and you can see we are all on the same team, we have a fabulous team and we are with you every step of the way. When you join our team, you can get this mixer absolutely free, and we will hold your hand and help you do that. So free is awesome in my book. So if you're wanting to look into that, let us know and we will get you started, and this bad boy can be in your kitchen for free really soon.
Awesome. That's right. Just skip the hosting and go for the gusto, man. Get your pocket full of money and your products, your kitchen full of products, and a brand new stand mixer for free. So you're absolutely right. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Feel free to unmute if you have a question.
Somebody put in the chat that they loved that this bowl has a handle. So I'm guessing that the competition bowl doesn't.
I don't know. Mine does.
Mine
does not.
Mine
did.
Mine
It depends on which one you have, which size.
If you didn't
Mine has
have
a
one,
handle.
like I didn't, the handle is a game changer.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that, you know, the others didn't have a handle, but I think the handle makes it so much easier
Definitely
to handle.
You're just full of puns today.
I know.
Sylvia is a stand-up comedian in her other life.
The fact that cord, my other one, my cord just hangs on. I'm constantly just throwing the cord in the bowl for my old one. So I love that the around that. I think that's a huge perk.
Amen.
Oh yeah, my cord
Amen,
on
girl.
my other ones always gets stuck. Like I have it on a drawer and it always is getting stuck underneath the drawer. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And the fact
I totally agree. The cord wrapping up is amazing. Amazing.
And my kitchen smells amazing, by the way. This meat cake or meatloaf, whatever you want to call it, it is amazing. My son just walked through and he's like, "What's that? Smells so good." I'm like, "Hamburger." Delicious. You got to
Bunless burger. Yeah, I like that whole bunless burger. Well, again, thank you to all of you on our team that helped make this happen, because we definitely could not have shown you guys this many things. So thank you to all of you. Really appreciate it. And thank all of you, the rest of you, for joining us and making this possible and for keeping us in the kitchen, because this is what we love to do, is to help you and to show you. And so